Hello, friend. Today, I'm going to share a little bit experience in selling our campus network infrastructure. So why I picked this topic? Because last week, some partner sent me a tender, and this tender they request a very special features that need to support into the core switch. Talking about like some PoE support, and some of the features. Actually, when you look into the detail of the requirement, right? Normally, the core switch is not going to use these kind of features. Why they want to use it? Because of course, some of the strategy by some of the vendor, they want to screen out some other competitions. So they will put something very, very weird specifications, into the tender. So that's why I would like to spare a little bit time to explain, in right now in the market, normally what is the campus network infrastructure looks like, and what is the basic concept we have to know. Sure, we need to understand and explain, to the customer what we are offering. So here, when we talk about the network infra, right? Normally, a network infrastructure that is maybe in the school, in the enterprise, right? We deploy a 2-layer or 3-layer design. So what is 2-layer design? What is 3-layer design? So normally you must have the core switch, which all the traffic will be central into the core, right? Will be wired through the core switch from A point to B point. So the core switch is very, very important. Right now, in most of the network deployment nowadays, right? We will use the active design. That means normally we will put 2 core switches, and these 2 switches running at the same time. Either one fail, the whole network still running. So this provides the highest reliability of the whole network. Later on, I will have a slide, the network architecture to share with you. The second layer, normally we call the distribution layer, or sometimes we call the aggregation layer. So what is distribution layer? What is aggregation layer do? Normally, in case the network is very big, and there will be a lot of the network devices that is installed everywhere, in the campus network. Normally, the network devices like the Wi-Fi AP, your computer, right, will connect to the access switch. Why we add the distribution layer? Because imagine if you have too many network devices deployed in the network, you see in the access layer, right? You got like IP camera, computer, AP, IP phone, printers, IP camera, even like the IP door access system, some security system, the IPPA system. All this need the Ethernet port to connect back to the network. If you deploy a large number of access switch, that means all the switch, if they all direct connect back to the core, then you need to spend a lot of money in terms of you need to increase a lot of the ports in the core switch. And at the second thing, you need to deploy and lay a lot of the fiber from the access to the core. So normally in the distribution layer, right, we will minimize the firewall installed and also the number of port requirement in the core switch so as to reduce the cost. So here, I'm going to share with you the slide. So this is a quite typical, network infra in most of the cases. So we are talking about the network evolutions, right? Talking about like from 1 gig, like to multi-gig access, like the uplink from 10 gig, then we will move like to 25 gig or even 40 gig. The core, maybe from 40 gig, we will migrate to 100 gig. So when you see in the network, right, this is the network diagram. So this likely, we will deploy as a core switches. Normally is 2 units, redundant design. Either one fail, the network still running. Sometimes, this core switch will connect, through your IP gateway, internet gateway to the internet, or you will use your distribution layer switch to connect to the IP gateway, to go to the internet. So this is quite a normal design. And when you deploy this, and you see you have, your access switch. So normally we call this a 3-layer design. So the core switch normally will you deploy PoE or multi-gigabit access in the core switch? That means, do you allow like this kind of device connect directly to the core? Normally no, because the role of the core switch is to aggregate all the traffic together, right? So that means some of the features that some customer they want in the tender may not necessarily deploy, or it doesn't have any meaning at all. So we need to explain to the customer. And in terms of the aggregation layer, right? Right now in the market, talking about, I use like a multiple 25 gig or multiple 40 gig, okay, to connect to the access switch, okay? So from the distribution layer, right? The 25 gig and the 40 gig is the downlink. And then the uplink must be bigger than the downlink because we put all the traffic and group together, right? So normally in this kind of design, we have to use 100 gigabit uplink in the distribution layer. So from the core switch, 100 gigabit will become their downlink. So in terms of the access layer, right? Everybody promoting, okay, nowadays is the multi-gigabit access, which we can provide the high-speed access, right? Support like the Wi-Fi 6 AP that require a very large traffic. And then on top, okay, when we're going back, right, it may be like a 1 gig, 2.5 gig, even 5 gig access, okay, for the access point, or even 10 gig. And then the uplink, okay, we can use the 25 gig or 40 gig, okay, going to the distribution layers. So this is quite a normal design. So we have to understand the architecture, and then we will propose the right features, okay, and lobby to the customer. So here, this is another design. In some of the cases, right, the customer say, oh, I don't need a very, robust core switches. I don't have, okay, too much traffic. So the 40 gig, okay, may be good. So we can reduce the total cost of ownership by deploying 40 gig, okay. In terms of the distribution layer, right, we have another way to reduce the cost because right now in some of the switches, okay, in the distribution layer, right, we can support the uplink 40 gig fiber, and the downlink we can using like a normal UTP like a supporting the multi-gigabit access, and it can go up to like a 200-meter distance. So this can replace maybe the costly fiber and the transceiver for the connectivity and more easy maintenance. So this is what we are offering right now. And of course, in the access switch, we still provide like the gigabit access, okay, in this kind of architecture. So normally the gigabit access, right, you may not enjoy like the benefit, okay, to deploy the Wi-Fi 6 AP. You may think about, okay, the lower bandwidth, okay, consumption like the 11AC Wave 2 is good enough in this kind of architecture. So you have to understand the network architecture. Sometimes, okay, in here, in the distribution layer, some of the people, they still think about the redundancy. So they will use 2 switches to form a cluster and provide the redundancy connecting back to the core switch. So that means there will be 2 units, okay, of switches here, one in the redundancy, okay, configurations, and either distribution switch, either one fail, right? Okay, the other one still working and connect back to the core. That means, okay, we can provide the redundancy level up to the distribution layer. But normally, we may not consider to provide the protection under the access layer because most of the access device will can only support only one uplink. So this is most of the network scenario. To give you a quick summary, and here you see normally in the core switch, we need to propose the right model with future upgrade support. So normally, okay, we will advise the customer consider, okay, how many 100 gigabit you can support. We never tell the customer, say, how many multi-gigabit PoE you can support in the core switch, right? It doesn't make sense. Normally, we need a high capacity, multiple 100 gig to connect all the distribution layer. So SDN support, okay, is a very important feature in terms of the future upgradability. In terms of the distribution layer, right, we need to consider about the upgrade to the SDN in future. And most of the time, customer may invest a little bit more to provide another redundant design, active and active in the distribution switch to connect back to the core, just like what I just mentioned before. For access layer, right now to support Wi-Fi 6 or some of the high bandwidth requirement devices, we need to propose the multi-gigabit type of access switch. In future, right, the PoE, power requirement will be higher, the speed requirement will be higher. We are talking about the UPoE standard as some of the new standard. Maybe next time, I may share, with our partner. But right now, like the IP Pentil zoom camera and some of the AI type, sensor, that they will require more power, more bandwidth to operate. So these kind of requirement, will speed up, the network infra upgrade for most of the customer, and this is of course a great opportunity. So today, this is the topic I would like to share. Thank you for listening.